Christmas brought so much joy. Couldn't wait for the presents and laughter. I couldn't sleep late at night, looking for Santa with lights. Those are the memories I still remember. Then I became a man, lost sight of who I am, but right in front of me was the answer. 'Cause on Christmas I feel joy, and I turn back to a boy. The answer is to stay young forever. This is not a Christmas, this is not a Christmas song, this is not a Christmas, this is not a Christmas song, this is not a Christmas, this is not a Christmas song, this is not a Christmas, this is not a Christmas song.
Hello, Star Wars fans. You know, there's 239 days until Christmas 2025. Oh, and you may have not gotten the notice right away because this was scheduled with a very short uptick. But there's Vader's Lair, my good friend Sheev. I haven't watched yet, but bingo, especially if Thrawn was in it. You know what? I think that this show is missing a huge, huge opportunity. And I'm with you, my friend. This show, leading up until Rogue One, and having read the Thrawn novels as you have, and being such a huge fan of those novels, I think that we could have had a very nice series that included Thrawn and Project Stardust and shifted the focus there and had Cassian kind of involved with Project Stardust and the shipping lanes and all of that. That could have been a great, great show. Instead, we got this. Oh, no, we'll talk about that in just a second. Hello there, my friend. Skywalker's Academy, also here with us today. Good to see you as well. Thanks, as always, for your support. Always involved with our streams, in the games we play, all of that. Thank you so much. Mike Yaney, hello. Good to see you this Wednesday as well. Yeah, I was thinking it was the 30-minute warning. I know. I scheduled it with only like a 10-minute warning instead of the typical 30. And the YouTube analytics and stuff teach you that you should always give the 30-minute warning. But today I was in a meeting and then I had some stuff and I didn't get to post it in time. I thought, you know what? We're just going to roll with it. So just did it with the 10-minute warnings. Oh, you guys will be here. Hi, while I drive. Ducky Momo, batten down the hatches, my friend. Going to be going through some storms today. You know, we've got some coming in again tonight. We get a little reprieve during the day today here in central Ohio, but just east of us over there across the border, you all getting the weather just behind us. So hope that all is well with you, my friend. Thanks for being here. So Andor, I was going to pull it up, but I thought, what would I ask? Because and let's work on this together, you guys. And I'll kind of brainstorm it with you because I think we could have a poll here to ask a question about which did you prefer? And let me just start it with that, right? Which do you prefer? Which was mm, see, what I want to ask is, did you like episodes 1 through 3 better, or did you like 4 through 6 better, or have they not landed for you? So what's the question? Which did you like? That's what I'll put. Which did you like better? And there you go. Hey, Skywalker's Academy, week 1, Week 1, it's 1 through 3, or week 2, uh 4 through 6, or let me see, add an option. Uh, uh, both, and then add another option for, mm, it's not for me. How about that? It's not for me. Sorry. There we go. All right. So there's the poll. So what I want to know is, how are you all feeling about Andor season 2? Season 1, of course, I think has grown a lot of popularity in the past year plus since it aired. And now we're into season 2. We're halfway through. And how are you liking it? How are you liking it so far? Um, I'll tell you that my wife is checked out. She's done. She's like, "This show is too boring. I can't take it no more." I keep in mind, we normally go to bed around 10 o'clock, and the show doesn't come on till 9, and then there's 3 that are, like, an hour long. So, it's tough to stay up till 11:30 watching these shows or after. So, uh, when they're this slow and they kind of progress so slowly, um, yeah, she's done. She's done. She's like, "I'm not watching any more of this show." In fact, after episode 4, actually, we started episode 4, and she's like, "This show is pretty boring." We watched episode 4, and she's like, "Man, that show is just too slow." We finished episode 5, and she says, I'm done. Don't play another one. We're going to bed." And I volunteered. I said, "You know what? Let's just go to bed." She goes, "Yeah, I didn't even watch that episode." She was on her phone. She's like, I don't care for it. It's not for me. You watch the rest of it on your own. I'm out." So, look, my wife, she's not having it no more. And that leads me to wonder, if you're just a casual fan of Star Wars, you like the all pew, and you like the hyperspace, and you like the space wizards and all of the force and uh you know space fantasy aspects of Star Wars. Is Andor delivering that? And do you think, and I've heard some of the complaints from some pretty major content creators saying that this show doesn't seem to have the magic of George Lucas's Star Wars. Right? It's missing the fun, and it's missing the adventure. And I'm like, well, it is a much more mature show as far as the scope of it, what's happening. Um, and I keep hearing people say, well, it's not for kids. Well, but wait, Star Wars as a whole is, as George has famously said, is for 12-year-old boys, something like to that effect. It says adult fans forget that the show is made for kids, and it certainly has some adult themes in it. And from the very first, uh, seeing aunt and uncle charred to a crisp as skeletons out in the desert, not exactly the most, you know, child friendly. So, but that's Star Wars. So there's a whole range of it. And I am not opposed at all to having the buffet, the smorgasbord kind of approach to Star Wars, where some shows are geared more towards a type of fan, where other shows are geared more for a different type of fan. And by having different shows that appeal to different interests and tastes, you can attract more fans into your fandom. One thing that we've kind of talked a little bit about is Star Wars has a core fandom, a very large, very loyal, very passionate core fandom. And has that core fandom been served with Star Wars content as of late. And there's some arguments exist. But here we're going to talk about Andor, and I lay that foundation to say this show, I don't think, just my own opinion, is landing for the people who are into the old when the laser swords and the fantasy, because it's not that, is it? Not that. I saw some really good comments in the chat, you guys. Uh, uh, Vader's Lair. I'll let you know after I watch the rest of 4 through 6. Yeah, I watched episode 6 this morning. So I could see where delayed gratification is a problem for the normies. Everyone wants instant gratification. I like to see the story building. Yeah, short attention spans, right? There was a story done a couple years ago now where it said that the younger generations, those who are like half my age, can you believe it? I'm going to be 58 years old in just a few months, few weeks maybe. The younger generation prefer to catch their content on these things. They short attention span. The old TikTok and YouTube Shorts and those kind of things. Not even time for long form discussions on things. They want it, abbreviated. So yeah, yeah. Vader's Lair. It's a slow burn. Indeed, it is. Where I find myself crying in some scenes, or my heart leaps out of my chest. We're losing interest for lack of action. So many details of war are lost to the spectacle and instant gratification. And you know what? You're right. This show is doing a very good job of showing the oppression of people during a occupation, if that's the way you want to put it, during the empire, the emperor, the restriction of rights, and just the trampling on people's rights, and the freedoms being removed. All of those things are really, really augmented and highlighted in this show in a very powerful way. But boy, you got to sit there and endure it, right? Uh, it's for everyone, but I digress. And for big kids like us, amen, brother. Yeah, Fitz. Just love what they did with Borman in these 3 episodes. Oh, Matt. It's called Borman Massacre. It's certainly living up to that, isn't it? This might not be the I'm trying to I was telling Matt this morning, if you guys know me, I'm the half full guy. I look at the glass half full. My wife accuses me of walking around with my head's in the cloud and my head in the clouds and with the rose-colored glasses on. Everything is sunshine, rainbows, and unicorns in my real life. She accuses me of that all the time. And if you followed this channel, I'm associated with the term shill. Disney shill. Lucasfilm shill. Star Wars shill. That term is used for me. I even won a shill of the month from from a guy that I actually like, Darth Melvin. The guy's very entertaining, but boy, this show's making it hard for me to keep my credentials. This is not my favorite Star Wars show. It is not. We'll talk about it more in just a little bit. Nick, I love this show. My kind of thing, through and through. That's fantastic. Fitz is getting in trouble. I see you, Fitz. My goodness. So and I asked this question about which did you like more? Week 1, week 2, or both, or it's not for me. Sorry. So far in our poll, we've only got 6 votes, so not a whole lot of participation just yet. But most of you are on both. You're enjoying this show. You couldn't pick one over the other. And I bring it up because week 1, Episodes 1, 2, 3, there was just a tad bit of controversy, wasn't there? There was a lot of discussion on the interwebs about this scene that was going to show us something that we had never seen in Star Wars before. It was quite objectionable for people who were offended that they would include such a scene or the inclusion of the word, right? The R word, right? There was a depiction of a sexual assault with an attempted R in it. And boy, that raised a lot of ire. That got a lot of controversy out there. I would say for me, and I suspected it was going to be this way, that whole thing was a big old mountain out of a molehill. We had a fight scene. We had a guy and a girl just beat the living daylights out of each other. And you know what? She won. She just destroyed him. It was a good fight scene. The choreography, the impact of it, the brutality of it. Wow, really big. Bix didn't mess around, did she? Then this week, to me personally, I was more taken back by the spice use. You know, in Star Wars, when they're using illicit drugs, they use spice. You have spice runners. You know, you're a runner of spice. Oh, uh, um, we saw a quite um, focused attention on Bix dealing with the uh, emotional, mental anguish by feeding herself with ice. I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. I was watching that and I'm thinking, ooh, this is Star Wars and we're watching people use drugs. You know, if you thought there needed to be a content warning on the first 3 episodes, whew, I think there should have been a content warning on these. I'm not that drastic. I'm just telling you guys. I didn't like it. For me personally, the drug use, just seeing her do that, I don't think it was needed. And I totally get what she's going through and how she's dealing with it, and how this is a human condition. This is something that people have to deal with in weighty kind of lives. They've lived lives that are really messed up. A lot of people turn to alcohol, drugs to kind of cope, and it causes all kinds of problems. Um, ooh, yowza! It doesn't hold back, does it? So, not my favorite. Not my favorite at all. And so, if I were to pick, which did I prefer? 1 through 3 or 4 through 6? I would have picked 1 through 3. I would have taken the first week over the second week. Um, Now, that being said, there were a lot of things set up here that are getting ready to happen, right? The whole Gorman thing, um, they've set it up. And I have a thought, and uh, I'll read Matt's comment here, and then I want to throw this out here and see if you guys are on the same wavelength as I am. That personally, Santa, I wish I had some of whatever Bix was using to help me get through those episodes. Oh my goodness. Oh, Matt with the hot take. Yeah, it wasn't my favorite. Um, but there was something said, and I'm watching the whole, and we go back here to Fitz. He hasn't yet hit on the thing that I really hate. But when you look at uh, Cyril and uh, what is the tag that Risman will put it in it? The relationship that he has with what's her name? Uh, it offends me. I don't like it. I joke just a little bit, but it's that relationship. Yeah, yeah, Deidre Karn, Deidre Karn, Deidril. I hate this, but something happened. So, we saw last week last week, yeah, where we had the mother-in-law kind of situation where she puts her mother-in-law in place. And then in this week, we saw the turn off the lights, right? Thankfully, thankfully they turned off the lights before we had to endure anything. But but there was a real cold kind of greeting. Welcome home, partner. Here's a little kiss on the cheek. Go in there, turn off the lights. That was it, right? From a an affection standpoint, there were two other scenes where we saw them greet each other quite differently, didn't we? Right. So we had when Cassian came home and met with Fix, they had a more affectionate kind of greeting. And then there was a scene later where they're dealing with their emotion, and another very, very passionate kind of welcome greeting, right? Um, Deidre and Cyril kind of cold, distant, but there's a discussion point when Cyril's getting to talk and he's making his case, and hey, this is going great and it's fantastic. And later, when Deidre's there, she's told he can't know what's going on, right? You can't, Cyril can't know what's going on. And she says, oh, he's clueless. He doesn't know. I'm wondering, you remember in week one, there was a situation where it said, we need a ruse, right? We need somebody who's a buffoon enough to go in there and think they're doing good, but causes things to happen just like we want. And guess what? Now we have that, right? We've got a ruse. We've got a rube, right? Cyril's being used. Does he even know it? Right? He doesn't know it. And Deidre's using him. Is their whole relationship based on this um, uh, boy to get him to be the buffoon that goes in and makes things happen? I don't know. I think probably not. And Nerd Mafia hit me up last night and said, "Hey, I think the scene where Deidre's pulling her collar and she's gasping is when Cyril gets killed in the Gorman massacre, and she's having a visceral reaction to that. Maybe. Uh, she was in it a bit more this week, and it's ruthless. Yeah. What did Fitz say? Turn off the lights. Must have the same electricity supply like Spain and Portugal. Oh, too soon. How dare you, Santa? Their relationship is obviously rooted in the deepest of love. Yeah, I don't think so, my friend. I don't think so. I don't think so. Oh my goodness. All right. You guys want to talk about our bingo cards? So basically, here it is for Santa, right? Week one, not my favorite Star Wars show. In fact, those 3 episodes together might have been my least favorite 3-story arc in any Star Wars in any platform. I'll just be honest with you. I didn't hate it, right? I'm not out here rage over Andor's not my Star Wars. No, I'm not that at all. Like, don't go there. Just saying, it's my least favorite of all the Star Wars. Those 3 episodes, and episodes 4 through 6 said, "Here, hold my beer." Right? It's not for me. It's not for me. I'm enjoying aspects of it, right? The build, the story, the universe it's in, and I can see what's coming, and I'm really, really looking forward to it. I'm hearing some really good things about the second half of the season. Meg covered it in her video today that we know in 2 BBY is when the Gorman massacre happens. So guess what's going to happen next week? Oh, we know what's going to happen next week, right? Um, Nick says episode 5, cementing just how much of a lunatic Saul was great. Yeah, Saul Guerrera. Again, I'm not a Saul Guerrera fan. This is something else I was thinking about in the shower this morning. Like, why don't I like this? Right? Shampooing the beard and thinking about what's my problem. You know, I love hero stories. I love the good guy who's a hero and who wins at the end. I don't like bad guys. The Bane trilogy, for example, that novel trilogy. Who's the good guy in that thing? When do the good guys come in and win? They don't. Palpatine, right? The Palpatine novel that has the wrong label. You guys, I don't know if you know this, but they put the wrong cover on that book, and people have been talking about it for years. Just how could they possibly put the wrong cover on this novel? Right? There's a novel that people have read. In fact, I've read it several times, and it's all about Palpatine growing up, Palpatine coming of age, Palpatine coming up into the Senate and his tutelage under his master, and they went and put the daggone Plagueis cover on it. It's not even about Plagueis. Can you believe it? I don't know how it happened. Yeah, that novel. Who's the good guy? Where's where, where's the hero? Right? And Saul Guerrera, who is obviously a stand-in for Shay, what's his name? All I can think is Saul Guerrera. Shay Guevara. Anyway, um, my brain, I've got Guerrera, Shay Guevara. Anyway, the guy was involved. Yeah, Che Guevara. There we go. That's it. I was close. Yeah, he's obviously that guy. Saul Guerrera is that guy, and I don't like him. I'm a capitalist, right? I'm a conservative. Um, this guy, no, he's not a capitalist. Oh boy, he's not a capitalist. So I'm not a big fan of his. Absolutely love the actor, the character, which is fine. We have lots of people in the Star Wars fandom who hate characters, but nothing against the actor. In fact, one of my favorite actors in Star Wars, just absolutely fantastic. He kills it, absolutely kills it. Great guy. But here we go. Let's get into the breakdown. So look, 4 through 6, the drug usage put me off. It really put me off. The rest of the show was just, again, kind of slow, plodding, and it just didn't do it for me. It really didn't. So here we go. Let's take a look. Let's get in. Well, I can't get the mouse. There we go. It was hiding. So I'm just going to cover the nose, and if you guys have any corrections, then let me know. But a hut is in a scene as a background character, even anywhere. What about huts? No huts. A ship breaks down. Nope, we didn't have that. A ship is blown up. Nope, didn't have that. Death Star. No, not yet. A droid is called by name. Now here is where Matt Risman cheated. This dude, you guys wait. I already looked at the scores. Matt Risman's like, I'm gonna get you, Santa. I don't know what I did to make Matt Risman such an enemy, but that dude took me down. Matt Risman took me down. I was thinking we were going to see some K2, but guess what? No K2, no mention of him. And B2, he's gone too. Matt says, it's not my fault. They told me. Right? They lied to him. He didn't lie to me. He just passing along information. So no K2. I guessed, a droid's called by name. Yeah, we're going to get K2. Nope, didn't happen. Imperial officer is seen, non-ISB, non-trooper. I was watching kind of closely. Did I see any Imperial officers? I did not. I didn't catch any. If you guys saw some and can correct me, let me know, but I don't think so. Jeddah, no. K2's conversion, no. Kino Loy, this is sort of a joke answer because I don't think he's ever going to be in it, but we put him in there. Don't want to forget about One Way Out. Don't want to forget him. Very little Imperial presence in these episodes, other than the ISB. Yeah, I think so, Matt. Kyber crystals. Although I did see some regular stormtroopers several times. You saw them, patrolling around. So there was some of that. Kyber crystals. No, and it was this close, wasn't it? It was that close. Lita. No. Lightsaber. No. Mention or use of the Force. No. However, we know that something's going to happen at some point because there's a Force healer. And Star Wars went and ruined that Force, right? StarWars.com said there's going to be a Force healer. We're like, what? Force healer? Oh my goodness. No, none of that. Mothma's home residence is seen. There was a scene where I thought maybe it was the couch, where they're all hanging out on the couch. No, that's not her home. That's the office. And we see her and her husband going to work, but we don't see him at home. Ben, good to see you. Said just stopping by to show some support, even though I just really am not a fan of this show. I like that they canonized the Tarkin stuff from Legends, and I do appreciate that detail. Yeah, look, the writing in this is really top notch. You're not going to catch a lot of, inconsistencies or just bad writing. You're not going to get it. Didn't Bix shoot the Imperial officer near the end? Oh, my dude that takes the header. Is he an Imperial officer? He is an imp. And he's wearing gray. Is he an Imperial officer? No, he's not an officer. Yeah, not an officer. He wasn't wearing an officer's attire. I think he was an Imperial. He was in a black stormtrooper uniform. No, Matt. No, not that dude. No, he's not in a black. No. Let me bring it up here. Hold on a second. Let me bring it up and see if we can clear this up for one second here. Come on. It's being, the guy who falls down really takes a big header. Let's see. I gotta see if I can bring it up. Disney Plus, and see if I can. He was in the Stormtrooper Corps in the black outfit. Is that okay? Hold on. Let me see if I can get it here and show it on screen. Let's go to the guy who takes the big header when Bix shoots him. Right? They're coming out, and they're getting ready to blow up the place, and she just takes him right on out. Let's see. Oh, here we go. I'm close. All right, hold on. Yeah, here, this guy. Let's see. Can I? Let's see if I can show this. Hold on. Go. Share. Screen. Share. Window. I want this one. Share. Okay. Let's put this in right here. And let's play. Okay, so right here, this scene, there's Bix. She's walking up, and this guy, he comes around right there. That guy. This guy. Right? This dude here. Boom. And then this is my favorite extra right here. Right? He wham. Head bounces off the ground. Oh boy. Matt says he's not an officer, he's a guard. Okay. That's who we're talking about. Yeah, not an Imperial officer. Okay. Thank you for that. I love that guy. His commitment to the craft is just unparalleled. The dude, the dude went down, went down hard. Someone stunned by a blaster. No. Space battle. No. Star Destroyer. No. Star Wars lingo, like "May the Force be with you," or "I've got a bad feeling about this." Like, none of that. I didn't get any of that. Um, let's see. Um, Star Wars slang, like "nerf herder," "wizard," "dank ferret." I answered this yes. Matt and I were talking about it today, and then I was thinking about it after Matt and I chatted, and there were some phrases used on Gorman that are kind of Gorman-ese kind of slang. And I thought, even if it's not like nerf herder or wizard, there are some things that they said that I'm going to put in there for that, right? Um, yeah. TIE Avenger in a scene, yes. No. TIE Fighters, no. Not a stormtrooper. No, there were some stormtroopers, but not stormtrooper. U-wing, no. Sheriff, no. Mina Rao, no. Moff Tarkin, no. Maya Pai rebels. I don't think we're going to see them again. Someone gets arrested by the Empire. There was mention of we're arresting too many people. We can't process them. The holding area is full. No more room. You've got to slow down. But no, we did not see someone get arrested. The Gorman Massacre, that's next week. Visit Naboo, Tatooine, Mustafar. You remember, we think there's going to be a scene on Naboo at some point. They went to the same place where they shot some scenes from Naboo in A Phantom Menace, but we haven't seen them yet. And we know they were shooting at the exact same locations. And so I think we're going to see Naboo at some point. So I just listed a whole bunch of planets from the movies that we could see. And I listed them specifically: Naboo, Tatooine, Mustafar. We're not going to go to Mustafar. Come on, now, that's not happening. But that was in Rogue One. Hoth, Dagobah. There was some speculation we could go to Hoth, but no. Endor, Crate, Jakku, or Octo. Yeah, we're not going to go to any of those places, but we could go to Naboo. Y-Wings or Yavin Base. So none of that, right? So all of those are no. Yeah. Guards are not equal officer, right? No, there were still Imperial officers that came into Cyril's office and did an investigation. Those were ISB. They even said we're with the ISB. Right? Those are ISB agent, and then it specifically says officers not ISB. Right? So it says, let me go back. Where is it? It says in the question, we'll see an Imperial officer, non-ISB, non-trooper. So they announced themselves as being ISB. So unfortunately, that's what it says there. So there you go. Now, that being the case, I don't think we changed any answers. Yeah, I guess you're right, even though you're wrong. I know, Dale. I look, the question, I wrote it in such a way that, it is what it is. It is what it is. All right. So if we go to our bingo cards and we look for, we look for bingo scores. The spreadsheet automatically adds up your points. So I have 11. I have 0 bingos. I needed Mothma's home residence and May the Force be with you. I could have got a diagonal. Or if we had visited Naboo, I would have been in good shape for another one there. None of it came to fruition for me. So no bonus points for Santa. 11, pretty low bar. There's Dawn. Dawn also no bonus points at 15 points. Dawn did quite well. Dawn K, congratulations. Now look at this guy. This is why I called him a cheater. Because he had 15, and then he got 2 bonus points. How many bonus points did Santa get? Huh? How many did Santa get? Santa got none. I got this many. I got that many. Risman gets 2. Daggone cheater. Risman cheats. 17. Oh my goodness. Daniel Fisher, Dan and Tap. 12 points. Congratulations, Dale. Dan and Tap, you got 12. You beat Santa as well. Star Wars Fitz. He did quite well the first week. You see him down there in the Wall of Fame from week 1. This week proves I don't, Matt. There you go. Matt cheats. It's true. I'm leaving it up there. Fitz did quite well. He's on the Wall of Fame from week 1. He was in first place. And 16 beat Santa again by quite a margin. Steve the Wise, who has been hanging out here, he hasn't even seen the 6th episode yet. Hasn't watched all of them, but Steve beat me as well. 15 to 11. Dale, Skywalker's Academy 1. Skywalker's Academy 1. 12 points. Got me by a point. Mike Yaney, 14. Oh, I haven't been covering the bonus points, right? Yeah, nobody's getting bonuses yet. Mike Yaney, 14. Also missed the bingos by just, one here and one there. Skywalker's 2. Skywalker 1 and Skywalker 2 both beat me. Got 12 points. Congratulations, Dale. Good job. Baymax with 15. Also, no bonus. Rock Lobster. I love this. I don't know who you are, Rock Lobster, but you're amazing. I love you already. I don't even know who you are. But Rock Lobster. Fantastic name. 11. You tied. Good job. RF Gaming Channel, who is the only person who said, I'll keep my sheet from last week. No changes, please. He got 12 points. Rock Lobster, that was me. That was you? Skywalker's Academy? You're Rock Lobster? Oh my goodness. I can't believe it. Then Nerd Mafia. There he is. My nemesis. All right. That dude, he got 17 and a bonus, 18 points. Nerd Mafia, killing it. And then KG, look at KG did fantastically first week. She is the only other person who got 2 bonus points. Look at that. Risman got 2 and KG got 2 with a total of 21 points this week. Amazing job, KG. Very good. Congratulations. I love her. She's great. And then Darth Winnie. There's Nerd Mafia's spouse with 13. I need her to beat Nerd Mafia. Nerd Mafia's got 18. I need his wife to do better. Or make Nerd Mafia do worse. Either way. PG cheats. And then Mumbo Jimbo with 15, no bonus. Seth Nico with 14, no bonus. Dawn Basham. There's my good friend Dawn. Dawn Basham over there in Indiana. KG has 3, not 2. Oh, wait, let me go back. KG has 3. Let me go back. KG, there's 1. Go down here. That's not. Right, 1. Here's 2. No. This diagonal. Oh, there's a diagonal right there. 3. There it is. Top to bottom, right, left to right. Yes, KG gets 3 bonus points. Mumbo Jimbo with none. Seth Nico, 14. Don Basham, there's where we were, 18. Good job. And then that's all the points. So we go to the season total for this week. We have Santa down here with 36. Anybody with more than 36, first of all, everyone who played, congratulations. You beat Santa. You're a winner. You're a winner for week 2. Everyone's a winner, except me. And then on the season total, anybody with 36 or more makes it onto the Wall of Fame. So who do we have here? We have got Fitz with 42. Fitz has 42. Nerd Mafia with 38. He's got me by 2 points. Dadgummit. Matt Risman with 40 because Matt cheats. Matt. And then KG 47. Now it's hard to defend that, right? 47. How can she not be cheating? It's she's an honest woman. That's why. And then Dawn K with 38, also ahead of me by just a couple points. And then lastly, Baymax right up there with 37. So good job, you guys. You're doing well. I got pummeled. I did not do so well this week. 11. I'm at the bottom. I did not do so well at all. Fitz, I got more than Matt. Woohoo! Oh my goodness. So there we go. You know what? This is what we're here for. We're here to have fun. We love Star Wars. Even if Andor is not your favorite Star Wars, even if these episodes were not your favorite episode, we can still have fun. We got to do the bingo sheet together. We got to speculate and talk about what we love with Star Wars. I try to be a positive voice out here. I try to be as rose-colored glasses as I can be. Just because Andor isn't landing on all the right notes for me doesn't mean it's not for you. So I hope that you guys are doing quite well. How is the poll doing? Well, let's take one last look at the poll here. Let's end the poll. Week 1. Oh, where'd it go? There it is. 50% liked week 1 better. We had in second place both 28%, 14% said week 2, and 7% not for me out of 14 votes. So not that many people, but we didn't have that many folks with us here today either. So look, I love Star Wars. I'm here because I love Star Wars, and I love talking about Star Wars with all of you. So thanks for hanging out with me. We have a Mike Porter dad joke. And you know what's happening this weekend? Well, May the 4th, that's for one, right? Star Wars Day, May 4th. We have a new animated series, right? Tales of the Bounty Hunters that they're calling something else. But it's about bounty hunters, right? We talked about this. Tales of the Bounty Hunters that are really tales of, it doesn't matter. Just call it Tales of the Bounty Hunters. You got it right. But that's coming out on Sunday, May 4th. But you know what's happening on Saturday? Well, if you're here in the United States, Nick, where's Risman? Oh, he's here. He's been here the whole time. Nick, where were you? I had no predictions for you. I have no bingo card for you this week, Nick. Where did you go? How did you miss it? Oh my goodness, I'm so disappointed. We need people to defeat Risman. We don't need him to win. So yeah, Skywalker's Academy. Real Star Wars Day is May 25th. Well, and we know why. But yeah, May 4th, it's a fun thing to say. I'm going to get to wear my Star Wars shirts to church because I'm gonna. But on May 3rd, this Saturday, here in the United States, there's a great big horse race called the Kentucky Derby. It's the biggest horse race in the United States, perhaps the biggest horse race in the world, and that's this Saturday. And Mike Porter, he lands another one. He's absolutely on point. He goes, "What's the name of the Royal Rebels horse?" You know, there's a horse in the race. What's the name of the Royal Rebels horse? Well, it's Princess Leia. Princess Leia. Oh, thank you for that, Mike Porter. We love you. Thanks for all you do as well. So you guys, if you put in the chat, somebody do it for me. Put in ! chosen pun. That's our Mike Porter, and it'll give you the link to his X account where you can follow him and get his daily dad jokes or nearly daily dad jokes. And not all of them are as good as Princess Leia, but they're all fantastic. So there you go. Thank you for that, Star Wars Hits. I'm going to call you that. It came out accidentally, but now so it's all that hazing. No, thank you for that, Kieran. Chosen pun, Mike Porter. Appreciate it, guys. I hope you have a wonderful day. Uh, thanks for hanging out with me here while we're being silly and enjoying Star Wars and talking about Star Wars. I hope you have a fantastic day. Uh, and enjoy time with your family, enjoy time with your friends, and I look forward to coming back next time to talk about Star Wars with all of you. And guys, take care. God bless. And until next time, Merry Christmas, and may the Force be with you always. Bye bye.